Police in Benue State have debunked alleged huge Naira notes recovered at Wadata, a suburb of Makurdi, the capital of Benue State. Now, the development caused a stir in the Wadata area as people trooped to the location to witness the incident. But in a statement, the command spokesperson, Catherine Anene, described the social media news of the recovery of the Naira notes as misinformation. So with this in mind, why are you laughing? Because, you know, I was first of all trying to wrap my head around this, but you look on the police that has given its reasons or has given some revelations that these are old Naira notes that are going, that needs to go to waste.
Yeah,
but
and it's sold to them, and then they sell it, and then they make
mosquito repellent.
Mosquito repellent. They make what do you call that thing? Egg, those crates, you know, and all that. I understand all that. You know, it just means that let's push this whistleblowing thing a little further,
right, and
stretch it to this. People are alert. People are aware of what is going on. Even though the gentleman, there is the report by this Catherine, and then who is this police officer says, well, okay, this is condemned Naira notes that they sell from Central Bank
CBN
and all that. I've not been there. Yeah, that's where I'm going. I don't know the integrity of that information. Okay. Even though your headliner has called it fake news, I'm not too sure. I'm skeptical. As a true journalist, I'm skeptical. Even though Anene has spoken, and some other individual who refuses to be identified has also pretty much said the same thing. You know, I have worked in government. I know what civil servants can do. I'm taking this with a pinch of salt. I'm suspicious. I have no proof of anything.
Right.
But I've lived in Nigeria long enough to just know that there's something. I can't prove anything.
Right
I admit I can't prove anything, but I'm skeptical.
Okay. Dedekule, are you sharing the same sentiment? So you have a contrary perspective altogether.
I'm not particularly impressed by the way the police, reacted. I would have loved it to say, okay, we are investigating, instead of debunking. Because would you say that video was a fake video and it didn't take place? I don't know, but I don't know what is fake in that. So I would have preferred the police to be more professional to say, oh, now we have the report.
This thing wasn't shredded.
I would have loved the police to acknowledge, oh, we have the report and our team is working on it and we will unravel the situation.
Right.
Instead of debunking, denouncing fake. What is fake in that? Are you saying this?
But from what they said the owner of the Naira notes bought it from CBN.
Yes, I understand.
And the police officer said
we've had that before.
The owner tendered a license.
Yes, I understand.
Issued to him by the CBN.
Fine.
For waste management. So
I would have thought that monies like this would have been shredded.
Right.
But as they are handling it, it means it's still whole.
I'm sorry.
That money is dirty. Doesn't mean something is wrong with it.
I'm sorry. That is totally wrong. And we've had opportunity of meeting CBN officials. Even when they want to mutilate, bad Naira notes or expired or whatever, there is a process within CBN. Because some of these things contain certain chemicals that should not, So it's not something that CBN will give to people. I'm too sure about that. That you go and handle this. No, there is a serious process. Yes, and there are some of these things that they reconvert to certain
useful materials
that they are now. Yes, so it's not something they can give to any businessman or dealer or anything. I think I said it. The police was absolutely unprofessional in the way they pushed out that information. It's wrong.
So if you have an insight on the right procedures, could you share with us what exactly is the right procedure in handling old Naira notes?
The right
Why can't the central
we
bank
have the report,
make an
we have the
announcement?
video, we are working on it, our men will unravel.
No, I mean on the part of the CBN.
Central Bank should make a statement.
Okay.
There is somebody who is director of information at Central Bank. We needed to hear from him. Let him talk.
But from engagements with them, they've explained many times the processes that they, Naira mutilation, whatever, go through. That is not something they, and some of these things, they are converted to certain things and this and that. So I don't think it's something they can give to anybody. It's a serious thing. I know the CBN will be forced to issue a statement on this because it's a big accusation.
Indeed. Lekon, final thoughts before we move on to our next issue of discussion.
Let me just reiterate. Director of Information, Central Bank needs to speak. This is not a police matter. Police should, the Central Bank of Nigeria should talk to us. Let the corporate affairs manager speak to us. We want to know so that we can hold somebody responsible for this. They call it condemned Naira notes.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the process that you go through to determine that it is now condemned?
Yeah.
And then when you condemn, how do you handle it? Do you handle it to one so-called licensed buyer? And the thing is not shredded. Esther, I can't prove anything, but I'm not too clear that this is something is too easy. The explanation is too easy to make. And then why is somebody in some anti-graft agency speaking and saying, don't quote me?
Well, according to him, he's not licensed, or let's say he's not the right person to give such information.
I hear you. You and I, we are journalists. We know when they say the highest authority, we know who the highest authority is. When they say a spokesman, when they say somebody's... Listen, I was in government. There are grades of information. There's classified information, there's top secret, and so on and so on. When somebody says something, you know who is likely, at what level, the person who is saying it, what level he likely occupies. So we have an idea. We can't prove, and we are not going to argue it, but I just have my suspicion.
All right, and let's leave it at that.